So, I have not touched on this story because I want to give it some time to breathe and let all the chips fall and see where they land. And man, have they been falling. Man, have they been falling, right? And that is this whole new deal that the WWE is working with ESPN. Um, Now, ESPN has been covering the WWE for a little bit now. Now, I don't when they cover it, not like hardcore coverage of it, but yeah, I've noticed that they've been covering it a little bit more and more, right? I don't really watch ESPN, but I have seen a little bit of them covering it, and I'm like, huh, okay, interesting, right? I mean, heck, Joe Tessitore comes from ESPN. And he's now full time with SmackDown. But I remember when the WWE Network first came out, it was like, wow, like, damn, that's badass, right? It was mind blowing. I think they're advertising like, hey, over 7,000 hours, of the archives, coverage that you're gonna find on the WWE Network, and it's like, wow, all right, cool, man, it's about time, right? And then it goes to Peacock, and man, I'll tell you, I'm not liking where all this is going, right? It's like you're gonna have to go to different sources, man, to get some of this stuff. So, all right, it had been rumored that they're working a deal out with ESPN. The rumor is true. They are now going with ESPN. So they're supposed to start in 2026. Well, not anymore. Now they're starting in September with WrestlePalooza. I'll get to that in a second. And that's why I just let it sit. I just let it breathe. I just kind of let it work itself out. I didn't want to start talking about it immediately because the WWE just switches course fast with the snap of a finger. I mean, they announced that WrestleMania is going to be in New Orleans. Oh, wait, no. We're actually going to go back to Vegas, right? They announced that 2026 will be the first time ever that SummerSlam is 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday. Oh, wait, no, we're moving it up. It's now in 2025. So they're pretty fishy with it like that, man. So when they announced that it was going to be in 2026, it's like, oh, okay, and let's give it some time, okay? And sure enough, here it is. So in less than a month, it will be starting on ESPN. ESPN is launching this new app, and it starts with WrestlePalooza. So what's the deal with Peacock? Well, actually, Peacock is still going to be with the WWE. The WWE will still be with Peacock. Saturday night's main event, you'll find it on Peacock. As a matter of fact, not only will you find it on Peacock, you will exclusively only find it on Peacock. You will no longer find it on NBC. I don't know what NBC is to you guys. Where I'm at, I'm in Southern California. It's Channel 4. It will no longer be airing there. It will only be airing exclusively only on Peacock. Saturday night's main event. On top of that, all the NXT PLEs will be on Peacock. Right? So I don't like this where it splits. It's like, you know what? If you're going to move it all. Move it all. It like, that's the part that I don't like. That's the part that I do not like. It's kind of like what the NFL has been doing. It's like, hey, you know what? The NFL, you got the Sunday ticket. Oh, but wait, not all games are going to be there, right? Some games you're going to outsource to. There's going to be a game on Apple TV exclusively. You can't find it anywhere else. A game that there's going to be on Prime Video exclusively. You can't find it anywhere else. It's like, okay, I don't care where you go. Just have it all there. Have it all there. But of course, that's not the deal. Right? You got Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Saturday night's main event on Peacock. NXT PLEs on Peacock. All the main roster PLEs on ESPN. And it starts with this WrestlePalooza, which I'm sure you guys already all know the story. I'll just run through it just real quick. And that's that WrestlePalooza was a ECW thing, and they're trying to throw shots or cut the throat of Tony Khan and AEW, because he's a big ECW guy. So, and some indie, after ECW went down, some indie promotion got WrestlePalooza, and for the WWE, just make it rain on them a little bit, get the naming rights to WrestlePalooza, and boom, there it is. And now you throw it on the same day that AEW is having one of their major PLEs. And you're going to have Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. You're going to have some major matches there just to kind of squash AEW. I don't know. I don't care. I don't even really watch AEW, so I don't even really care much. But oh well, that's what they're doing. So be it. Whatever. WrestlePalooza, that name right there is so low budget. It is very, very low budget. That sounds like an indie show. That sounds WrestlePalooza. First of all, I do have a problem with it. Well, actually, that's not first of all. I'll get to that in a second. I'll get to my problem with WrestlePalooza, the name. But the sound of it. The sound of it sounds like a green highlighter poster that is taped to a light pole for you to see when you're waiting for the light to turn green for you to cross the crosswalk. With a bunch of wrestlers there, you know, with their face painted and, you know, maybe a mask on or something, which is great. I love indie shows. I've been to indie shows. They're badass, man. I'm not talking smack about indie shows. I love indie shows. But you're the WWE. And WrestlePalooza, that's what it sounds like. That's what it looks like. It's like a highlighted color, pink color poster right there just on the, you know, waiting for you to cross the street, waiting for the green light, and it's there just taped up on there, and it says WrestlePalooza. That's really what it sounds like. And you're the WWE, you know? Again, I love indie shows. Love them. I've been to quite a few. Badass. Badass. I highly, highly encourage everybody to go catch an indie show. But on top of that, the name, it has wrestle on it. I don't like that. Why don't I like that? Because there's only one show that should have the name wrestle in it. And that's WrestleMania. No other PLE has wrestle in the title. That's why WrestleMania is WrestleMania, baby. But now you're going to have this one, WrestlePalooza. I hope this is a one and done. I really do. Kind of like with some of those other ones, like Great Balls of Fire and all those other ones, you know, that didn't really last. It's getting windy outside. But the only one that I want wrestle in the title is WrestleMania. Why? Because it's Wrestle freaking Mania. That's why. So that's an issue that I have. So, all right, WrestlePalooza, you want to, I don't know, you want to just stick it to Tony Khan, whatever. That's fine, I guess. I don't even really care. But nonetheless, man, they're splitting up the content. You know, Saturday night's main event, you got two more this year, one in November and then the final one in December, which, you know, it's rumored that that's going to be John Cena's final match right there. And now, like I said, there's not going to be that TV issue. Everything that Goldberg was upset about, and all the Goldberg fans, what they were all upset about oh man, they cut it short, and all the commercials, and that was terrible what they did to him. And I said it, Goldberg is no John Cena. Goldberg is no Undertaker. When he came out and said that, like, oh, would they do that to John Cena? Would they do that to Undertaker? No, they wouldn't. Why wouldn't they do that to them? But they'll go ahead and do it to Goldberg, because Goldberg is not John Cena. Goldberg is not Undertaker. That's why. He's not on that level. So now it's just going to be exclusively on Peacock. So there's some major changes, man, coming on how we're going to watch and consume this product. And not only that, but apparently they worked out another deal with Peacock. And still don't know too much about it, but apparently there's going to be more content coming to Peacock, more shows. I don't know if it's documentaries or podcast or whatever it may be, but from what I understand, it's going to be shows, like wrestling shows. And I'm just kind of like, I don't need wrestling every single day in my life, man. I love wrestling. I love it. Been watching it since I can remember being alive. But just give me Raw, give me SmackDown. I'll check out NXT a little bit here and there. I'll tune into a little bit of TNA. Not all the time for NXT, not all the time for TNA. Just, just glance at it here and there. And I'll just check out the PLEs, man. Good gosh. Goodness gracious. But yeah, I don't like all the splitting up of all the content. Like, hey, you want to go watch this content, go over here. You want to go watch Raw, go to Netflix. You want to watch some of the PLEs, go to this ESPN app. You want to watch Saturday Night's Main Event, go to Peacock. Like, split up all this. I don't care where you go. Just have it at one spot. But nonetheless, what's your guys' thoughts on all these changes? You guys cool with it? You guys down with it? And, I wonder what's going to happen with the commentary crew. Is ESPN cool with, the WWE just having their own commentary crew? Or do they have to, be all right with ESPN and say, like, hey, listen, we want our guys on here? I haven't heard anybody bring that up. But nonetheless, man, we'll see what happens. But it's coming sooner than later. Sooner than later. That's for damn sure. You guys let me know. What's your guys' thoughts? Soul Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies. Catch you guys on next one.